everybody, it's Christina from Christina's Crafts, and just wait till you see what I make with this cutout wood tree form from Dollar Tree. Okay, so for this project you're going to need one of these tree wood cutouts from Dollar Tree, and also one of these placemats from Dollar Tree. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this apart. Okay, so there is a seam in here. If I got a seam ripper like for sewing, I could probably just take that seam out, but that might take a little while. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut right along that seam here, and it should just pull apart here. So okay, I have all the ends cut off, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to separate these pieces here because we're only going to use the checkered pattern part. So we're going to take this apart, and this I'm going to save because I might be able to use that on a different project. And I'm going to want to get all these threads and everything off of here. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this ripped off of here till I have a nice clean piece of fabric. Okay, I have my placemat all done. Now I am going to take my wood tree here, and I am going to Mod Podge this placemat onto my tree. I'm going to try to keep it as straight as I can because I want the checkers obviously straight. I am just going to take some Mod Podge and put it on my wood like so. Just kind of soak it and then put my material down. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with the whole tree. Alright, I'm just putting the Mod Podge on the tree. I don't know, my Mod Podge is pretty old. I'm hoping that it's still gonna work good. But I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom here. And then I'm just going to press this down on here, and I'm going to let it dry. Okay, now that I have it all glued on there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife. I just put a new blade in there so it's nice and sharp. And I am just going to cut out, oh, I also have my cutting mat here in case you didn't see. I am going to cut out around the Christmas tree very carefully because I want as clean of edge on here as I can have. See, just cutting it out like this. So I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around. Okay, I have it all cut out. I think it looks pretty cute. So I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and just look to see if I have any ends that are kind of flapped up here, and put some Mod Podge on there and just to secure the edges. And then I am going to put a coat of Mod Podge over the top of this because I really want this to stay. And then I am going to take my matte Mod Podge, and I'm just going to go over getting the edges and all over the front of the tree. Just like that. Okay, I have my tree done. I'm just waiting for it to completely dry. So I'm going to set that aside right now. And for the star on the top of the tree, I actually had this from a different project, but you could just use anything, any star cutout or whatever. I just happen to have that left over from a different project. And my Dollar Tree also hasn't had any wood, just plain wood stars. But I am going to paint this elephant gray Waverly chalk paint. And I'm probably going to need a couple coats on here. And so I'm going to go ahead and get that painted. Then I'm going to use this popsicle stick also, which needs to be painted gray. And then I have 2 tumbling tower blocks here, and those are going to get a coat of gray also. Okay, I have all my pieces painted. The star, the popsicle stick, and the 2 Jenga blocks. I'm going to set those aside for right now. And then I got this joy sign from Dollar Tree. And actually what I'm going to do with that, I want a little color in my sign. So I'm going to take this Waverly chalk paint in Merlot. Now with the metal, I always use these sponge brushes because it doesn't stick the best to the metal. So I am just gonna dab a coat of paint on there like this, and then once that dries, I'm gonna put another coat on there, and then I'm probably gonna Mod Podge over it too. So I think I'm gonna use the gloss Mod Podge, so it gives it a little bit of shine. All right, I have my Joy sign all painted. I think it looks pretty good. There's still a little bit shining through on the metal, but I don't feel that I need to put another coat on there. So now I'm just gonna take my gloss Mod Podge and I'm just gonna put a coat over the top of it because otherwise it'll scratch right off the metal. This chalk paint will. All right, I have my Joy sign, or Joy metal sign, I guess, all painted. And I wasn't gonna do this, but I think I am going to distress my star just a little bit with some white paint. That might be a little too much. But I'm just gonna take the white paint and just distress it a little bit. And then I'm probably gonna take a little sandpaper because I think I got it a little bit too dark here. And just kind of lighten it up a little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna put my tree together. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my star on, and I think I'm gonna position it about there. And this, I'm just gonna be using some hot glue. I have these pop-up adhesive dots that I got from Dollar Tree. Let's see where the opening is here. Okay, and then I'm gonna stick some to the back of my Joy sign here. And I'm probably gonna just stick them right to the sign, and then I might put a little dab of hot glue because I don't know how well that's gonna stick on the fabric. Okay, I have all my little dots on there. I did cut 2 of them a little bit smaller to fit in that spot. And I'm just gonna stick maybe a little hot glue on some of the outside ones here. And then I'm going to flip it around. And I think I'm gonna put it on an angle a little bit on my tree. And then the next thing that I want to do is I want to make this stand. So that's what the Jenga blocks come in. And this I'm actually going to cut down. I want it to go on both sides of the tree to stick out a little bit. So I'm just going to cut these down to size here. Like so. And then I'm going to hot glue that onto my tree on both sides. And also because the Jenga blocks, they're gonna sit like this, so I didn't want the tree to be sticking out on the 2 sides. So I'll stick that on there. So then the Jenga blocks, or sorry, the towering tumble blocks, are going to get stuck to the front here. I'll make sure I get a better painted side. I didn't do the best job painting on because it's okay if it looks a little rustic. All right, and then I'm going to put the other one on the other side. Now, if you wanted, you could definitely make this a 2-sided tree. And I think it would actually look pretty cool 2-sided. But for this project, I'm just doing the one side. All right, I am just about done. I've just got some of this ribbon trim from Dollar Tree, just a little bit of sparklies I'm gonna put on here. And just to kind of cover up the stand just a little bit or make it not look so plain and boring, I'm just gonna wrap a little bit around the front here like this and then just secure it in the back. So, and then I think this is about all I'm gonna put on this tree. I don't want to get too crazy with it, put too much stuff on there. All right. Yeah, and I think that's it. I'm gonna leave it just the way it is. I think it looks pretty good. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when I upload. And have a great night. Thanks for watching. Bye.